All right, let's talk about our second and more than likely final day of track time with the Z125 Pro. So starting off from the last time, last track day, we had an accident. We fell in the third turn of the first lap of the first time it's ever been on track. And I most certainly attribute that to shitty tires. I put new Kenda KD1s on it, as well as a -1 front sprocket and a modified gear shifter, because that got rid of a lot of the factory linkage and stuff, which is, I expect, why I kept having so many false neutrals. So going back on track, the tires did amazing. I highly recommend the KD1s for a cheap track tire, because I think for both of them I paid like right at $100. It was a very, very good deal, and I think they did phenomenally. The -1 sprocket that I put on the front, I didn't really like. Maybe it did a little bit, but it definitely didn't seem like it helped enough. It was still ridiculously slow, and I was just getting passed all the time by everybody. Every single person that was at this track day at VIR passed me on multiple occasions. So, and I think that's due partly because it's just so slow, and partly because I still, even with the upgraded shifter, had so many false neutrals. On this day, we were at VIR, and there was three of us. There was me, my buddy with the TTR, and my buddy with the YCF. And at VIR, when you do these mini GP practice days, it's just an open track. You can just go out there whenever you want and run for as long as you want, and it's a very good time. But by the last session, you are a tired son of a bitch. And if you can, well, obviously you can't really see it, but in this session that you're watching right now, I am a very tired son of a bitch. My wrists hurt, my freaking hands hurt, everything hurts. Like, it was, but you know, you let your ego get in the way of your body hurting and you push forward. And by this time in the day, I don't know how much that affected me. Being so tired, just wore out from the day, but I felt pretty good in this last session. Like, I was getting my knee down pretty far. I felt like I was carrying a lot of speed around all the corners. I think the only hindrance that I had on this last session is the Z125 is just so goddamn slow. It is painful. Like, I'm carrying good speed through these corners and I'm doing everything I can, and that TTR125 is just absolutely running past me like I am sitting still, and it is such a pain in the ass, because, like, you know, I'm at least I think I'm better than that. So you know, I trudged on, you know, did what I could. I definitely need to work on my upper body position, so like you can see going around these corners and stuff that like my lower body position is pretty good, but I'm keeping my upper body pretty straight up. Like, I need to learn how to put my shoulders down to that side a little more, I guess you could say. Z125, false neutral king, I would say. False neutral king. And I don't know what causes it. I don't know if maybe it's the oil I'm using or what, but I mean, it's so annoying. Like, it's annoying to the point where I genuinely want to get rid of it and get something else. Like, on the street, I'm sure it's fine, because, you know, you're not doing it that often, but you know, when I'm, you know, trying to push it and trying to keep up with a motorcycle that's genuinely faster with a rider on it that weighs 100 pounds less than me, You know, it's really, really annoying. And you can probably hear it some in this video. It'll happen and you'll just hear me scream at the top of my lungs because it pisses me off so much. But, you know, false neutrals aside, like, it was a ridiculously fun time. I cannot wait to do it again. I'm really looking forward to getting another bike that I think will do better. I thought that the Z125 was gonna teach me a lot, just because, you know, my thought was get something as slow as possible and figure out how to go as fast as possible on something slow, and then when you graduate and go on to something a little bigger, you'll be that much faster. At the very least, it just does too many false neutrals and I just can't deal with that shit. So I'm currently looking for like a TTR125 or something like that, so I can, you know, not having so many false neutrals. And that bike definitely makes a little more power and has a 5-speed transmission, so I'll be able to go through more gears. And you can even see in this session, the TTR125 passes me. He waits until we're on that long back straight. I'm not long in general terms, in kart track terms. And he just flies by me like I'm standing still. You can watch it. So I think as of now, I have ridden a few small bikes on track, and the standings go as follows. So far, the Z125 has been my least favorite. My second favorite is probably the YCF 125, but only because I took it out for one session and I only took it out there for like 3 or 4 laps. It's the only bike that I got onto that I didn't want to really push because I don't want to hurt Camtram's bike. It did feel pretty good though. Like, I felt a little cramped because it's a really small bike, but you know, I'm also a really big dude. I can get over that. But it was fast as hell. The shift pattern's a little weird because neutral's at the bottom and then it's just 4 up. Second favorite will have to be the KX. Is that it? KX? Yeah, KX 65 2-stroke that a buddy of mine let me use for a track day, and that thing was an absolute freaking blast. If you can keep it in the power band, it's fantastic. I mean, it hauls ass, but once again, really tiny motorcycle, and I'm a pretty big dude, so I definitely felt like a monkey trying to fuck a football, but it was a whole lot of fun, and I feel like I did okay on it. And then I would have to say my favorite is so far is the TTR 125. Now I will shut up for a minute or two so you can hear this beast on track, and so you can just kind of watch and enjoy a big old gorilla on a tiny little bike going around track. All right, now that we are on the TTR125, I mean, the first thing that I noticed was it is way more comfortable for my big old butt to be on this bike, because it's way bigger, the handlebars are up higher, it's just more comfortable. Now, I don't care so much about comfort when I'm on track, but it is cool. And then, you know, the second thing I noticed is just how easy everything was. I felt like I had maybe a little more control of it, easier. And in this, you can even see me pass my buddy on my Z125. But it felt very good. and this is the reason why I'm ditching the Z125 in favor of getting a TTR or something along that nature, something I know that's not going to false neutral every 5 minutes, that I can really, you know, hammer on and kind of count on. And not to mention, so when I was on the Z, I would clock my times and I'd be doing anywhere between 51 seconds would be a pretty good lap, and 53 seconds would be a really shitty lap. I only took the TTR out for one session and I was clocking like 50-second laps. So I'm like immediately 1 second faster on a TTR, and that tells me something. You know, I should probably get a different bike. So the Z125 is currently for sale. I might actually be selling it today. We will see how that goes. And then I will be on the hunt for a TTR125, or like I said, a KTM 85SX, which would be a whole lot of fun. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But the TTR felt great. The tires were very, very sticky. I think these are Bridgestone Battle Axe BT45s, if I remember correctly. But they were very, very sticky. I didn't have a single issue with them. That's probably what I'm going to run if I get a TTR125. I will say, however, the front brake sucked real big ass. And I noticed that the YCF 125 that I also tried had the same problem. Is, as you can see in the videos, I'm always grabbing the front brake with just my 2 fingers. And when I'd be coming up into a sharp turn trying to go, you know, downshifting into second, and I'd be trying to get on the front brakes pretty hard, the lever would hit my other 2 fingers and kind of make me panic, because like, you know, I'm coming into that corner pretty quick and I slam on the brakes and you know, on the Z125, the Z125 has great brakes. So when you just touch them on the Z and you're slowing down to how slow you need on the TTR and the YCF, with the lever hitting your other knuckles, it kind of freaks you out. I mean, it stops you, you know, I definitely slowed down enough, but you know, it freaks you out for a second. So that would definitely have to be something I would upgrade. The suspension felt fine. Like, I don't have any bad or great things to say about it. Look at us, just sitting under a canopy, having a good time, watching motorcycles go around the track. This could be you. Come, please, join us next time at the next track day we do. I don't know which one it'll be, but we'll be going to it. So come on, hopefully I'll see you there. If you see me, say what's up.